This past couple of weeks has been really hard for me. One thing that I know about me is I like to give, I like to listen, because I know how life gets hard and it sucks. Like, it really sucks. You lose people, you lose parents, you lose children, you struggle with your finances, you struggle with maybe being gay or being different, and it is a struggle out here in this life, I tell you the truth. But for those of us that try to make it, it's good for us to have friends that I try to be. Check on them, make sure they are right. Not wanting nothing, just making sure they in health, good spirits. Try to keep your spirits lifted. I also try to keep a positive up front. But what a lot of people don't know about a person like me is I suffer from depression so hard. And I suffer with mental illness, and I deal with mental illness, and I keep people, and I went to therapy, I got counseling, and I've used those tools to help me. And I know a lot of us in my black community, we don't believe in counseling and all that other stuff. But one thing that I know that helped me is I had to realize just today, as shameful as it is, some of us have to learn how to self-soothe and to be there for ourselves. Because some of us don't have the luxury for people to love us the way that we love other people, or to reach out to other people regardless of the fact. And even though I feel left behind sometimes, or not thought of as much, or people don't care about me like I care about them, people that you call friends, and don't get me wrong, we all got lives, and I know life is hard sometimes. You dealing, your friends could be dealing, people you care about could be dealing, lost, death, all type of things, and I don't expect that. But I really learned that when you're a person like me that always want to be positive and heal people, and to make sure life is not as hard, because you know what it's like to be at the bottom, or to be at the grid, or to feel horrible about yourself to the point where you want to die. I know that feeling so well, so well. I've tried to take my life about maybe 4 times in my life. Those that I like, not successful because I'm here talking to you, but close enough where I was in the hospital. I needed to pump my stomach, put tubes in my nose. I had to go see a therapist. I've spent time in a psych ward, all those things. People tell you to pray, and people tell you to go get counseling, and those help. They do. Because I'm not trying to step on nobody's religion and all that other stuff. But a lot of people get help, when they do have a good support system and a support team. Don't get me wrong. I have a lot of people that love me, but I don't have a lot of people that just check on me to see how I'm doing, because I know I do, put out that I'm happy, or that I want somebody else happy, and I am goofy and I am funny. But that doesn't mean I don't hurt. That doesn't mean I don't feel. That doesn't mean I don't care. That just means I care too much where I don't want you to feel fucked up. I don't want your day to be horrible. And if I can give you just a little bit of silver lining, or look at the glass half full, because it's easy to get sucked up in this life and feel down on yourself. And sometimes some people use that as an excuse. But some people really find themselves being alone. Like, I'm a lot of people's friend. And I'm there when a lot of people need me. No matter what it is, wrong, right, and indifferent. Now, listen, if I ride with you, I ride. I'm going to tell you about you to get there yourself. But I'm going to be there for you. And I know some people can say, well, you need to learn how to not put people first. But how is this world going to get better if we don't care about other people and make time for people? But for those of you that watch it, and for those who don't even like this video, I'm going to keep being nice to people. And I'm going to keep caring about people. And I'm going to keep sharing my experiences. And I'm going to keep doing that because I know people gain from it. But people like me, sometimes life really sucks for us because we are alone. And we have friends. But sometimes we don't feel like they're the friends that for us. And I'm not talking about when you need $20 or a person that'll take you to the store or even somebody to watch your kids. Those are our friends. But when you have a person to deal with mental illness the way that I do, and people know, sometimes in the loneliest moment when you by yourself, even to the sad part, we show signs. We reach out. Sometimes we even ask, but people are too busy. Or they feel like, oh, she's strong enough because she overdoors and life hits her and she'll be okay. But you know what's so crazy? Because even for people like me that reach out in those moments and we find some way to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps because we don't want to be selfish. I have children. I have a husband. I have a mother that's still living. I have brothers. And I am a friend to a lot of people. And I know if I killed myself or passed and it'd pack the church or wherever it is, because I know that I've touched a lot of people's lives. But if you do know somebody like that, and if they do pass, do you want to be that person and say, I should have picked up the phone and called? She didn't seem that bad. When she asked me to come spend some time with her, I should have just went. And now it's too late. That's why I make sure I check on people. I make sure I'm nice as I can be because I'm not perfect. I have my days. Some days I can be a real bitch. But at the end of it, I guess I just learned how to just self-soothe. Be there for myself. Just like I'm there for other people. And it's okay. It's okay. I'm not about to get off the video and kill myself. There's no need to be concerned. There's just a point where some of us are just meant to figure it out on our own. And find something in ourselves. Sometimes digging out from out that hole is so much. And maybe that's why I do love so much or give so much some joy, because usually people are decent human beings. If you say good morning, love, most people say good morning. So I just try to reciprocate. That's how I beg for my attention. I give it. And I'm not, one of them out here it's just what it is. I give out love to get it back. But it'd be so nice to be on the other end of that reciprocating sometimes. And to know that they really care about you. Especially people that you say you love so much. It's nice. And we get so caught up in our own worlds, and don't get me wrong, we got husbands, kids, jobs, struggles. But for the longest time, I always remember dealing with my own self. Picking up my own pieces. Patting myself on my own back. Finding ways out of my own depression. And eventually I thought that once you put so much out here in this world, somebody will eventually give it back. Just like you give it. And then some days you realize life sucks. It sucks. It fucking sucks. And you are alone. And that's okay. Because as long as I got strength, as long as I realize it's bigger than me, I will still push forward. But it's hard. It's really hard. And it'd be. And even after the video and even after I cry, I'm still going to walk outside. I'm still going to smile. I'm still going to be nice. And I'm still hope that I'm not going to be a burden to nobody's day. But damn. Being alone in a world that's lonely and suffering with your own mental illness is just crazy. And people look at depression and they put it on the bottom of the list with, from other mental disorders, that is schizophrenia or things that are multi-personality disorder, things that they feel like they're top of the list, because especially in the Black community, depression is just you having a bad day, but it's not. It's so much deeper. Because sometimes the people that suffer like I do, we can get lost in the moment and it's just gone. Especially when fact is met with a manifestation. When you can sit up there and say, don't nobody call me and check on me, and then it doesn't happen. Or when I ask, hey, I need somebody to talk to, I'm not feeling bad. It's like, okay, babe, I'll be there, and they never there. It sucks. And I'm not here to tell you to be okay or what it'll be, because it just depends on you. But I do know one thing. You better figure out how to self-soothe and be there for yourself. And not be bitter. Still be out there in love and give it out. But some of us are going to hang by ourselves. And be by ourselves. And put back into ourselves. And it's not a sometimes. It's a all the time. And it's stressful. It's hurtful. It's make you second guess who you are. Am I being kind enough? Am I being a friend enough? Am I there enough? And maybe it's my fault. Maybe it's because I always was so strong and always seemed like I got my stuff together, or seemed like I can deal with anything, or when I figured it out, people let me be me, because I am a little bitch sometimes, and it's just better to say fuck it. And that's what it is. Sometimes you just gotta self-soothe, and it sucks. And this is raw and uncut.